Hello. Looks like everything is working. I'm super nervous. Yeah, looks like everything is working. Okay, let's do this. Actually, make sure I can hear some audio. Let me pull that up. Sorry. Where is this? Yep, I can hear audio. Great. Perfect. I don't know why this is so much more like nerve-wracking to me than just um less streaming. Flesh streaming. It's so funny. Somebody was like, "Oh, that's a thing now. You said it. It's a thing," and it sounds awful. It sounds so awful. But I don't know. There's something about VTubing that makes me a lot more nervous. I'm not really sure why. Okay, definitely can't push play on the game in OBS. Back to the game. I'm like, oh, I hear bats. That's why I hear bats. So I'm working on this project. You guys are actually going to be the first to see it, kind of. I'm working on this project to, like 30 days of Minecraft, and it's supposed to go live today. Um, so holding myself to that and letting you guys know on the Minecraft channel, the 30 days of Minecraft is going to go live today. And it's a different build every single day. And so I'm trying to get a little bit of a a little bit of a head start on those builds. That's what I'm trying to do so that, if I have a sick day or whatever, I am not feeling quite so, I don't know, not time crunch, but like the pressure of making sure they get done. So that is what these are. These are this is the one that's going live today. I'll give a quick like peek at things. And since just for live stream people or anybody who watches back the live stream, so this is the one that goes live today. It is a tutorial on how to make the frog, and then I've done 2 different interiors on each build so that you can have some ideas of what you could do inside them. So what I've done is I practice, like, I construct the build and then I film myself rebuilding it for the actual tutorial. So that's what this side is. This side is like where I put it all together, and then that side's where I've duplicated it for the sake of a tutorial. Um, so then the next one that comes out is the beehive. Oh, I'm like, what is that noise? It's the bee. And then it's so funny because the more I work on these things, the more like the animals are all over the place, the mobs. I have like a wandering frog that managed to break out of this one. He's just wandering around here somewhere, and then like the bees keep showing up. So that's pretty funny. The thing with the fox though is the bats, because I didn't light up the inside of the head fast enough, and so there's bats everywhere from building the fox. So then the fox is day 3. And I haven't done the interiors on the fox. This is kind of my plan for like the next month on stream on a Minecraft day. We will probably be working on interiors, if not constructing whatever I need to do. Like if I need one for that week that's not ready, we'll probably work on that kind of thing. So that's the general plan for the next month. Yeah, for the next month is any Minecraft streams. We're going to be working on this in some way, shape, or form, either interiors, exteriors, or straight up building the excuse me, straight up building the model. What would you call that? The model, I guess, the statues. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I'm so frustrated because I did this whole thing. I did the whole second one and I forgot to push record. So I had to tear it all down. So I still need to record the actual tutorial part for the fox, but I'm pretty pleased with how the fox turned out, not gonna lie. I think right now the fox is my favorite. The beehive was a pain in the butt. I will tell you that. The beehive was a pain in the butt because I was one block off and I didn't notice it at any point until I got to doing the top and I realized I did not have a nice square on the top. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it has to have a nice square. So somehow in there, I had missed an entire row and had to go back in and adjust the beehive. So that was super frustrating. So I think, like, detail wise, this one could have been my favorite, but the top pissed me off. That's about it. The top just made me angry. Where the fox, I really like how the fox turned out, especially trying to figure out. I did a lot of carpet on the beehive because Minecraft doesn't adhere to the same rules that we do. Some of their mobs have like two different color blocks that we can't possibly make. So like using the carpet was something I did on the beehive, but trying to figure out how to do that on these side angles was kind of a fun challenge, and getting like, how do I have the fox have this like white ear but it also has black on the ear? So that was, it was fun. I'm enjoying it. I feel like it's a good challenge, but it's also um like stretching my creativity. Um, so actually I should have just flown over there because it would have been faster. So I am doing it in creative, but let's see, can I remember how to do this? No, how do I do this? Like that, okay. I'm doing it in creative, but my biggest complaint when I watch other people do tutorials in creative is they don't take into account people who are trying to do things in. Ooh, how loud is that? Ooh, that looks super loud. Hold on, let me like get over to OBS for a second. That looks like it's so loud for you guys. I just saw like a huge green spike. Like, wait a second. Let's see how that goes. It still looks like it's right on par with my voice. I'm gonna knock it down just a little bit more. Just a tad. Okay. But so my biggest complaint is like when somebody does something in creative, they don't make it in a way that is possible for people in survival. And so that's my goal is, yes, I am constructing it in creative and I'm not collecting all of the materials, but I try to do it where I'm not flying around on the actual tutorial piece. I'm just walking and jumping like anybody who would be in survival, like how it would be for them. Excuse me. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm hoping I went too far. I'm hoping I've kind of managed that well enough and made it possible for survival players to follow along too. Let's do it this way. See if that helps. Can we be faster doing it this way? Yeah, I think we can. Nice, that's a lot faster. So what we're doing now is we're mapping out the next mob that we're building over here. We've got that one is so off-centered because I don't really know where center's gonna be while I'm like trying to figure out how I'm constructing the item, right? Or the mob in this case. But then when I move it over to my actual tutorial space, I center it. So he looks so off center, and he really is. Even his snout is like hanging over the line here, but that one is centered and the snout's not like hanging out in a weird way. It just is what it is. So, like, that's the very, very raw statue. That's why it looks like that. So today though, I'm doing, it seems so loud. It's like I don't know, it's loud for me, but it also looks like I can't, it's hard for me to tell if it's loud for you guys too. Because that's just based on like visually, does that look loud for me? How do you think? Let me turn it down for myself. I don't know if that'll do much for you guys, but I am gonna turn it down for me. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, today. So today I'm actually gonna be working on a guardian. I thought about doing an elder guardian. The thing with an elder guardian is though, they're so big that I've tried to limit myself to these 16 by 16 squares. I feel like if I let myself like go as big as I like feel like some of these statues should be, I will spend 18 hours building, and that doesn't really work if you're wanting to do 30 days of Minecraft, right? So like you don't have the time for that. Um so I don't need this anymore. So my thought was if I limit myself to a 16 by 16, hopefully I can build I don't know, like a decent version of the mob within that parameter. I got kind of close with the is it 16 by 16? No. It's 32 by 32. How much is a chunk? Now I'm thinking that is 16 by 16, so this must be 32 by 32. I was trying to do a 4 by 4 chunk is what I was trying to do and limit myself to that. Like I can't go much bigger. So then the Elder Guardian is way too big. Like especially I think looking at I don't know, can I even bring one of those? I could bring one here. What would it do to me? Probably nothing because I'm in creative. Oh, he just totally disappeared. What the heck? Weird. What? It just disappeared. Oh, maybe because I'm in a peaceful world? I don't know. Um, anyways, I was trying to think. So like the like spines that come off of an Elder Guardian though are like bluish in color. And we don't really have the only blue items we have, none of them have a stair. So I can't make a stair out of concrete. We don't have like a rock or a wood that is a stair or is blue. Sorry, is blue. So I can't make the spines that come off of it as easily. I don't think it'll work without going super big, and that's where I'm like, okay, we're looking at something that's probably quite a bit like bigger than my um hive. So I'm thinking an Elder Guardian is probably not gonna be on my agenda, unfortunately. I just don't think it's gonna work. So instead, we're gonna do regular guardian. And my thought was, I'd really like to. I should get some like um mods in this. This is a completely vanilla world. I should get some mods, but so I can like change this to water. But my thought is it'd be kind of fun to do just like half of a guardian, like, and then fill in the space around it with water. Like it's kind of sitting on the surface of some water and watching you, kind of that. That's what I was thinking. Trying to think. The crimson? No, warped. Warped is what I'm looking for. Warped. This warped block, I think, is a good option. Um, it, and then I really should have pulled up a picture for you guys to see. I wonder if can I add a quick picture? Minecraft Guardian. Just give me a picture. Excuse me. And I do want to do it with the spikes like poking out. Save image. Save. Where's OBS? We're gonna just, you know, do this super quick like this. Image. Guardian. Browse. Gonna talk you through this so it's not just dead air while I do this. So this is what we're looking at here. It's not a very good picture. I pulled it right from the Minecraft fandom. Ooh, but maybe because of where I downloaded it. Save image. Let's try this again. Nope, that's not what I want. Well, that one's a moving one. Maybe that's why my picture is so blurry. Maybe it pulled that moving GIF without it being a GIF. I think that's what it did. Can I save that one? No, it keeps doing them as WebPs and not just a JPEG. I don't want the web file. Well, that's what it's gonna be. I have my own that I can see. I have a version I've already pulled up for me to see, so I don't need the detail quite as much. Or you don't need the details quite as much because I have the detail. But so that's what we're doing. I'm thinking prismarine. Copper. Let's do that one. I mean, we might as well grab this one too. I don't think I want the dark one. I think I want to do the dark spots in it with the warped wood. Maybe, is there like a terracotta? That's a better... No. What about a concrete? This one? That's a good cyan color. And we probably need... I think we probably need some gray. The eyeball... I don't know, the red might be like way too bright for the eyeball. Maybe a red terracotta instead. Maybe I'm thinking a lot of the I should figure out what are we doing for the orange parts. Because we definitely need stairs, I think, for this. And that was stairs. I think we could definitely use... So let's do the red terracotta because that will match better with these like tones in this. And then we can use a lot of acacia and the mangrove. We could do some variation of like red sandstone. It would give it some more texture. Orange. So this is kind of how I do it. I like just throw a bunch of blocks down. I'm gonna take you out. I throw a bunch of blocks down and like, okay, potential palette here. Oh, and then, and I kind of go from there. I should just do not just stairs, but like the planks so we can see it all. So I don't think they're going to be quite as like bright as it maybe should or could be, but I don't hate it. I think it's going to be more doable with these. Excuse me, especially without like some kind of mod. I'm going to lose my voice. That would be great to not happen, please. White concrete. I don't like the white terracotta. Probably need some kind of a gray. With these ones are all, I mean, everything here is down. For the eye, you know what looks good? The mushroom stems. There's like a dirtier white and not quite a gray. and it gives some contrast to white areas. Um, like here, you can see that's actually the mushroom on the bottom of that fox. And it just gives it some of that shadow without it being a full-on gray block. And then I'm all over the place. So these guys, I feel like there's two or three oranges. So we have two. Let's see, orange. I feel like the concrete is probably going to be way too bright. Maybe not. It might work okay. There's really only like one red color, so I think these will be fine. Maybe just this for the eye. Oh, and I should have clicked on it first though. Maybe that's just for the eye, and then this, all of the red in the spines is done with the mangrove wood. There's a lot of potential colors in, not colors, but like textures in this, what is that? That teal color. We could also grab, I'm gonna move this one over here because it's more for where the spines are. There's like a darker shadow where the spines are. But we could also grab some copper. I need to make sure I grab some that's like waxed though. Yeah. I almost prefer this one because it just adds to like scales, a scaliness to it instead of the solid copper blocks. I feel like maybe that should be it. That's a lot to start off with. This one almost doesn't seem like it goes now that it's next to everything. Oh, this is a mess. I'm like, what did I just do? Prismarine, I wanted to see it next to the copper instead of next to the... Okay, it doesn't look so dark when it's next to those. Cyan. We could also grab the cyan wool and see if we like anything with the cyan wool. I almost like that better because it gives texture, not a solid block. I'm thinking really the only places that it kind of looks like a more solid block is like the eyebrow. But even that, I think could still be done with this. Let's take that out. Excuse me. And I really don't know where the center will be on this since we're kind of winging it. I'm looking at one and I'm thinking like, let's start with like a row or two below the eye so the full eye is visible. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's organize this a little bit. What else do I want? I need to grab that, this block maybe? I'm looking at like, I have it super zoomed in on one so you can see like the pixels and kind of see like what textures and what zones to help. That's why I'm like hemming and hawing, like to kind of help to make sure I get like a good variety of the textures, I would say. And then I think we gave up on that one. Yeah, is that all that I need? What else did I grab? This one. It's not really, I do see a block that this one would work great for, and it's not really on this first row. So is it this one that I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing another block. I could use this. I could do some of the like slightly weathered. Wonder how that would look with it. I don't have that one in my hotbar. That's what I'm missing. I feel like it could work, but I don't like that it's another color. Let's do that. Because I don't even have that one in my hotbar right now. So we'll do prismarine. So this one is not like excuse me, the most attainable in survival. It is. It's doable if you like have a farm. But we're gonna try it anyways. I'm not sure how long to make this. I'm gonna count, see if I can count how many pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 across the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one actually would be a fairly dark, one of the more darker ones. But then it kind of has like a lip. We are... Yeah, I see you. I'm ignoring you. We don't really welcome that kind of behavior here. So. Thanks, but no thanks. This is an adult-only channel, and if you are not an adult, you don't belong here. There we go. Big Bunda? What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. Okay, we're ignoring that. Seriously? Well, the trolls are just amazing today, aren't they? Move. You guys are just fantastic. Hiding. Thanks. Appreciate it. Love that. Love that. Okay. We're gonna move on. We're moving forward. So my thought, like these kind of have a lip. They're not quite just straight. They kind of like do one of these and do one of these, if that makes sense. So we're gonna do that, which I don't know, did I leave enough space for that over here? Oh, not that many. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I counted right. Hopefully I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that should line up. It does. Nice. Okay. So that's the general shape we're going for, which is not bad. It's definitely off center, but that is the shape, the overall shape there. Perfect. Okay, where was I at? I'm looking, this one seems to be the darkest, aside from the eyebrow. So let's do that one there. There's another dark one, and then this one is the darkest, and it seems to match the eyebrow. So I think that'll work. And then we go pretty dang light again for, yeah, like 2, and then a darker one, and then the darkest one. Lightest one. Is that really the lightest though? It's making it look very, very blue. Not so sure about that. And actually, this is the right color there. It does look very, very blue in my opinion. It doesn't look quite as turquoise as I had hoped. But, I mean, it's cyan. It's not really turquoise. So that might be it. That might just be why. We'll go with it. This is just what we're gonna go with. I can't really tell on this one, on the picture I'm looking at. It looks like this might be the darkest one here. Hi, welcome in. So we could do that. And what I think I probably will do is I will just repeat this pattern all the way around, because it's kind of hard to find pictures of these things that show all angles of the mobs, right? So I found, especially with like the bee, it's a lot easier just to do whatever is different. We're building a guardian today. So but I found like I'll do like the face, but the rest I'll do like these 3 sides is the same, instead of trying to differentiate it. And then if you want to in the end, you can change like your texturing a little bit. So that's probably what we'll go ahead and do. It is a big beehive. I'm working on a 30 days of Minecraft series, and so those are my first 3 days, and this is day 4. They're going up on my other channel as tutorials. So what I do is I kind of sculpt them in these first boxes, and then I rebuild them in the second boxes as an actual tutorial, instead of just like listening to my hemming and hawing. That was the plan for that. I didn't pay attention to like, this one doesn't show the angle for that. Like, what do I want to put here? Beehive's bigger than, so my usual, I want to put more prismarine in, so I think we'll use that. My usual beehive is much smaller, but these are all, I'm trying to make them like match exactly with, not exactly, but as much as possible, block for block with like the actual mob. And so that's what we did. We sat and kind of picked out like each little pixel and placed it. The beehive to me was easier. Do you make it? I did make the inside. This one is done as an actual beehive, and that one is done as a house. And same with those, like that one is a house and that one is a frog sanctuary, maybe. Yeah. But I actually feel like this was the easiest one, because I could sit here and actually pick like pixel by pixel, where these other ones, they're moving mobs and I can't even spawn in the guardian, so I'm having to just look at pictures. I felt like I was able to actually get a full-blown view of the beehive. So like, this is the bee sanctuary, and I set it up like if you were wanting it to be a farm, this is like how it could look. Yeah. So that's that one. And then the other one is set up as to be a house. Moving mobs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, like the bees move, right? So it's hard to like make them just sit still and look at them. And I guess the beehive itself is not a mob, but it's just a block. But same with like the fox. I couldn't just like spawn a fox and look at all of its pixels because it would move. So I'm having to look at just pictures of things that move. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is what I'm working my way through. And then the actual tutorial videos will they start going up. Good morning. The actual tutorials start going up later today. So the first one will be the frog up there. And then tomorrow's will be the beehive, and the day after that will be the fox, and then the day after that is this one. A white fox, because they're more cuter. Yeah, I feel like they get a lot of love. They really do. The only thing is, I didn't feel like we had a really good white block palette, and that's why I decided I would do the orange one. But you could totally try if you can come up with enough blocks to still like get that. I think because there's some blue in there. I don't know. I thought the orange would be easier. Is what I thought. It's because there's more orange available to us. Subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, Wool smooth. Yes. Well, and it also depends too, like, are you playing in survival? Because I did kind of go into this knowing like some people are probably going to complain that it's hard to get a hold of like the mushroom blocks in survival, but I feel like the mushroom blocks give just enough of a shadow without it being a gray block, because to me the gray blocks were just not it. You lost all whiteness to it if it was a gray block. So that's but then I also feel like people are probably going to complain that this one is not a good one for survival either because prismarine is difficult to get a hold of. So it is what it is. Just like, well, this is what we're going to end up with. So we're going to copy that on this side. Yeah, no worries. And then because I definitely learned like trying to do different things on each side with that beehive is what like it'll get super frustrating really quick and nobody looks that much at the details to see like, oh, is your texturing different on each side? No one cares. They don't really care as long as it looks just about right. It's not that big of a deal to make it all different on every side. Oops. Two of these. One of those. One of those. That, and then what is that corner one? Oh, it is this. And then a wool, because this is a shadowy part. So I'm kind of using that cyan wool as my like darkest block. So any like the eyebrow, the eyelid, I don't know, the eye part of the guardian will be this because it seems to be our darkest. And then oh, that's the wrong one. That one. Nope. That one. It's kind of hard to see it that far away. Prismarine and two woods. But so this is why I'm not doing it all, like this is not the video, the tutorial video, because I'm doing a lot of this and stepping back and changing things, so I just build and construct it, and then once I like it, I'll go row by row for the tutorial video. it's a little less annoying, especially if you like go back and forth and like take things out and you're in creative and they're in survival and you're like breaking blocks that maybe were hard for them to get and they're like, are you freaking kidding me? I didn't need to get that block. Like, at least in my experience, that's what I do. I messed up somewhere. I get irritated sometimes with like some of the tutorials that are done in creative. So I was trying to make sure I like took in account those people who are playing in survival. And one of these. And you're one of these. And then this one, prismarine, and we'll come back in after this is done, I think, because right now it's probably just a pain to deal with, and I will change this out to like water down here, but I'm thinking bouncing around in the water right now as you build it is probably not as, I don't know, it'd be annoying, I think. Let's see. This one, and that one. So that's our first row. It just seems so blue to me, but maybe we're just gonna end up with a more blue. I don't know, maybe once we get further in and we can mix in more of the greener blocks, it won't look so blue. Hopefully. Hopefully I'm not making a huge mistake. The spikes into the little, yeah, so I'm doing him like he's on the surface of the water. So I'm looking at like 2 pixel rows below his eye. Like he's hanging out on the surface of the water. That's my thought with this one. Because my thought was if I do a full-blown guardian, I'm just going to end up with another box. And I already did a box. Minecraft. Like a beached whale. No, because I'm gonna put water here. I'm gonna put water here once we're done. He's not a beached whale. I think I might even have to start mixing in some, I don't know if I really like the other copper though. I'm just not sure. I don't understand what you're saying because you're from, sorry. We speak English here. But welcome in. I don't know if I like mixing that in, but But it seems like it might be worth like help bringing in a little more of a green color. It's not really green though, it's more of a brown color. I don't know, maybe I will just keep doing what I think would be these, and then if it still seems like it's not quite right, I can swap out some of the coppers for some that are slightly weathered. I think that's what I'll do. And looks like there's about 2 more blocks of that tone, and then this middle tone, and then it's back to this one. And then this is what I think I assigned to that color. Yeah, it matches up with that one. Okay, so that helps. That looks a lot more green. I think it was just that initial row had a lot of blue to it. I'm just going to do yes or no. I can't answer with my head. My head doesn't move. And I can't really see what's here in the picture, but it's got to be a shadow. So this is our next darkest tone. Same over here, which I guess this one's not shadowed. So, is that our next darkest tone? No. Next darkest tone would be this one. So what if we do, which means I'm going to have to change all of those other ones. This would be, oh wait, you were fine. But this, I kind of have the same thing going here. It's not quite right. Hello, welcome in. Life is going good. How are you doing? Okay, so this, since it's a shadowed zone, I think I've got to adjust these. I didn't even pay attention to that. So this would need to be this one, which we did 2 of over there. Excuse me, sorry. And then I'm repeating again because that's just the easiest way to do it. I know some of these have, like, you can see on the fox, oops. You can see on the fox that I did change the tones as I got further into it. Like, I could see pictures of the full back of the fox. And like I could actually see there was some tone differences. So some of the pictures are pretty decent at showing that there's differences. It's not just copy and paste on each side. So that I was able to do, but some of these pictures are not great at showing differences. For example, I know for a fact there are differences on the beehive, and I can technically see the differences on the beehive because I have the beehive like here and ready to like look at, but that one got to be where it was almost for the sake of simplicity, it's better to just copy wall by wall instead of trying to make each thing different. And I feel like that's the same here. There's not as many pictures of like the back and and one of the sides of the guardian. So if you just repeat it all the way around, nobody's really gonna fault you for it. It is what it is. I do not speak Portuguese. And so that's kind of what we're gonna do with it, is just we'll copy it all the way around except for the eyeball. We're gonna have to figure out a way to fill in the eye a little bit differently, but I don't think that's gonna be too hard. What is that one? Oh, it's 3 of this. And then darker because we're headed into the shadow, and I messed up this one. This needs to be changed. I'm not gonna be speaking in another language today. Sorry. Let's see. We need 2 of these. And then, was it 2? 2 of these ones. And then that. And I think 3 of these? 3. And then this one. And then the darker one is this. Yeah. And then fixing this one. Bye. And that's basically this. So this is how I get through like building these kinds of things. I know I'm no good at organics. I will tell you that much. I know there's a lot of people who are really good at organics, and I cannot wrap my mind around those. But I thought this is like a really good way to stretch building, is like trying to build things pixel by pixel and matching colors and make it look right. The dang beehive. The beehive was a mess because I mixed up things. I was looking at it and I assumed some of it was like more of an orangey color. And so the very first time I did it, I'll have to see if my footage has like if I still have any of the footage that shows it, and maybe I'll post it in the Discord and be like, look, this is how it started. It had a lot of orange, and then when I was done with one wall, I'm like, that looks so bad. It does not look like the beehive because I mixed orange in, and really what we needed was this tone here. Because I was browsing through all this stuff and I wasn't quite sure how to get this like darker tone, and for some reason in my brain I was seeing orange and not like just a brown or a yellow. So once I swapped all of that out for these, it definitely came out better. I don't think I had any color issues here. No, I mean, finding the variations in the white was a thing, but not too bad. I think it's just the amount of yellows that needed to go into that build that made that one hard. Then so we should be doing the eyeball in this round. There's like one row of pixels of just the whites. And then it starts with the same color as this one, which means this should be that one. And then it goes down a notch. 2? Yeah, I'd say 2. And then it has like a darker white, and then it goes to, gosh, how many would that be? 4? 4 pixels of a regular white. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a darker white. We'll have to see if that looks like it's centered in just a second. That one. And then I think it should match this one. 2 of those, which means this is a dark. So did that center okay? It did. 3 on each side. Nice. That worked out okay. But we're gonna have to figure out how to fill this in on this other side, and so it's not whites. That one, and that one. I can see this other side on the picture I'm looking at, so I'm gonna try to go with that. Then the darkest one. And then our lightest 2. And then it actually looks like the rest of the row is done in this same color here. And then we need a dark for a shadow. So then that one. And then it was 2 of the light one. It's funny, like, I'm considering this the light one, but it's actually got a lot of dark tones to it. The dark one. 2 of these, 2 of these, and then finish off the whole row. The entire row. I can't speak. That way. Nope. And then, right? Yeah. This one is like all the way up with this wood so far. That one. Did I do 1 or 2? Just 1. 2 of these is the dark one? No, the light and then the darkest one. And then 2 of these. And then finishing it out. And this should be that. Yes. Okay. So then this one is light. I think I would say this one, which means that's got to go back there. And it's dark, but it's not the darkest dark. So let's do this wood. And then we have the white 2. Ooh, I need the red for the eyeball. Hello, how are you? Let's do 2 of those. 2 of these. And then what did I do on the other side? Let's do that then. And then that would make this that piece because it's the darker shadow. Yeah, I think that works. Doing good, doing good. I think that works out okay. We've got a little bit of the shadowing in the whites without it being too dark. It's still like a white eyeball. Yeah, I think that's good. Up a little higher. But then we have to figure out this side because we need to take out that eye. What did we have? The light one. This light one. And then some darks. Oh, but I can see this side, so let's see if I can map this out. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at it. I might have done the wrong row on the row below us. I think I did. Because I'm trying to line up the pixels, and it actually looks like this row that I just did, this pattern, lines up with the color of the eye. So let's just take that out. let's rework this all the way around. See, so this is why I do it this way though, where I build like a prototype before I do a tutorial, because nobody wants to watch you like take out rows in a tutorial. They're like, that would be so frustrating for them. I mean, I guess I could do it and then like cut the footage and cut those parts out, but that's also a lot of editing. So I think it's helpful to just build it first, like what you're hoping to show, and then come back in and do the tutorial part. Excuse me. Okay, so I think it's actually this, which would mean this might have already been there, but that's okay. And then it's two of these. That, and it goes back to this color. And then back to this color. And then I'd say the dark one, and then the darkest one. And then finish out the row. Okay. So that's going to be our pattern for down here. So this one, and this one. I can't see it. Two of those. One of these. Two of those. Was it one or two? I'm like losing track of it already. Thank you for the follow. I can't see that on anything. Interesting. Or subscribe, I guess. It's subscribing over here, not following. I'm gonna have to figure out, maybe I need to have Stream Elements announce it in chat, as I hear it. But I don't know who it was. So thank you, I appreciate it. This one? Yes, and then the darkest one, and then finishing it with this color. And then that's the shadow for that one. This one. One of these. Two. Light. Two of these. Two of these. Sorry, this might get annoying to listen to. But this is basically what we're going to be doing for the next month. So, is working on this 30 days of Minecraft. Not every day on stream, because we really only Minecraft once a week on stream. But when we're Minecrafting on stream, we'll be working on the 30 days project. I think I'm still really afraid to do any Sims because of all of the errors and how people are saying it's messing up their save files. And we're working on a legacy, and I don't want to screw up an entire legacy. But I was thinking maybe I can make a copy of the save file, and we can go in and still play that this week instead of like putting it off again. That way, and I'm hoping if I make a new save file, it should be safe. Should. Hopefully. And then if it's not safe, it's fine. I've got another save file backed up somewhere. That was my thought. I do kind of want to rebuild that house. The Magic Crafters what is it? Not Magic Crafters. Spellcaster's house. I'm looking at the picture while I go about this. But I kind of want to rebuild it because we now have the what are they called? The round walls, and we have that alcove that I built in that was done on with a that other shape. What is that called? It's not a pentagon. Was it an octagon? It might have been, or a hexagon. I used one of those two shapes. And now that we have the round walls, it'd be kind of nice to redo that with the actual round walls and have the actual like towers in that one. Two? It's hard to see it. Two, yes. Two of those, one of these. So that's kind of my thought is even then where that shouldn't affect the save file. It's when you go into live mode that it seems to be ruining everybody's save files. So I might still be able to just rebuild that house. That in that build made me so upset because all of the footage from that build corrupted. So I couldn't even post the speed build for that like I normally would have. And so I was super frustrated with it anyways. And so like rebuilding it kind of sounds like a redemption thing for me. Like, yes, I can rebuild the spellcasters. I can do it with a full-on circular wall and hopefully not have corrupted footage. Be great. So I think that's probably what we'll do in The Sims this week. And then Spyro is just like, we're gonna grind it and towards the finish. Okay, so that is getting there. And you could even, so probably, I usually would do, oh, you know what I haven't like accounted for is the tail. Like, he is gonna be out past my barrier. Yeah, his tail is definitely going out past the barrier back here. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I will work on his body shape first and then we'll figure out like tail size. His tail probably is almost the same length as his body, if not longer. So I'm breaking my parameters with this one already. This is why we weren't doing an Elder Guardian, because I knew I was like, for sure an Elder Guardian is not gonna fit in my little parameters here. But I don't feel like the tail is that big that I'm okay with like giving myself that rule breaking. Especially since it's my own challenge. I just did this to myself. I think I can say, that can be different. I think this one, which means this shadowy bit is that. And then it gets a little bit darker. Like it's like it matches the one below it. And then we have the dark whites. One of these, a light white and a dark white. And then these two again. And it actually looks like it's this one. Like it's that shade that I picked. And then the darker one for that is supposed to be this, but I feel like I've got those mixed up. Like I should swap those, but that's a lot of swapping to do. So we're gonna leave it. Because like actually looking at it, it seems like this one is darker than that, and this is supposed to be my lightest block, and this is my next step up. I don't know. It might help it to not feel so blue if I did swap them. But then that means like all of this. Oops. All of this would need to be swapped over. Why does it look more green now? So those were swapped. These were not swapped. I need to reorganize the my hot bar. Let's do that. This is our lightest. That's our darker. Actually, they weren't in a terrible order. So there's our order there. It does look more. Hello? This, oh, no. This one needs to be adjusted. Why are you in my face? I'm trying to look at this. I'm not sure if it's like, it makes that much of a difference, but it kind of does look better in my opinion. That means all of these need to be adjusted. Light, 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 and then a little darker. It almost feels like they're color shifting, because sometimes those cobbled ones come off, is it cobbled? No, just prismarine. They come off a little more blue, and then sometimes they come off a little more green. This is a dark. See, they look blue there to me. Okay. I swear it looks like it's changing colors. That is so weird. Tell me I'm not losing my mind. Tell me they sometimes they look blue and sometimes they look green. Which actually means, nope, that one is good. Do I need to switch anything on this side? No, that's good too. Okay, so then this would be the lightest one, lighter ones. Let's just do, I think it's better if I go row by row, then I don't accidentally adjust something that shouldn't have been adjusted. Okay, that one. Is it the angle? No. See, it's very green right now. I don't know what causes that difference. I have never, like, paid that much of attention to it before. Okay. I did it again. I need to just go row by row. You are this one, and this one. I think this solid, what is this one? Prismarine brick. Is that what goes here? Yeah. I think that looks better. For like large amounts of color. Okay. There we go. I'm not gonna mess with it again. I'm not gonna do it again. It is totally changing colors. Come on. It has to be. Am I just insane? Whatever. Whatever. Where am I? I'm over here. Haven't done this side. I need the top of the eyeball. What lines up with the top of the eyeball? It seems like these two match, which means this is going to be that one. And then, and actually like right about, yeah, actually right here is probably where one of these would start. I'm not gonna like build those out yet, but just for like the sake of knowing where one would be, it's probably these two, which means these ones underneath are gonna be more of a gray color, and this one up above is gonna be more of a gray color too, which I did pull. We don't need the whites anymore. Just for the sake of like knowing, like this is where these will be. And we can try to build those out. I don't know. Ooh, I hit my microphone. I'm sorry. Those ones, I'm a little bit worried about how those are going to turn out. So hopefully we can make that work. Because it's already super big. I don't want to have to upscale it any further just to make good spines. So this should be, is that the lightest color? Excuse me. It does kind of seem like this. Maybe? I can hear my cat talking to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one, and then that. And then we need two of these darker ones. No, what did I do wrong? Why does this not seem to match up the same way as it is here? Because I should end up with two of those dark over that. Oh, it is over it though. Okay, I'm like second guessing it myself. The darkest one, and then the light one. Nope, not two of them. And then that one. And then all the way across. Is it all the way across? No, two of those. One of these. And then one more of these. It is changing color. Right there, right before our eyes, it just changed color. Like slowly, like a gradient change. I did not know Prismarine did that. No wonder I feel like I'm going nuts. I'm like, look at it change color. I didn't know it did that. I'm like, why is my Guardian looking so blue? It changes color. Well, at least I don't feel like she found out, right? At least I don't feel like I'm insane anymore. Because I'm like, what the hell? The secret is out. I just have to stare at it long enough to figure it out. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Okay. Where am I at? What's the darker one behind that? That should be that. Had no idea. Thought only copper did that. Well, like copper like gradually changes to just one color. Like this is straight up like changing constantly. I guess more of like a mermaid scale changing. Although now it seems like it's done. There it goes. Like that's so weird. Yeah, and that like it explains that because at first I'm like, how in the hell does Prismarine not, why is it not like the green color I need for a Guardian? I didn't understand. Do they change color as they get angry? I know they pop out their like spines, but maybe they get darker as they get angry, and is that why like the blocks do it? I had no idea. Well, what is that? The more you know. We're doing this one and this one. What did I decide? It will give us light aura feel once done. Yeah, that's true. We're doing the light one and then the next up. It messes with like, because I did think this was my lightest block, and it kind of is, but only when it's green. When it's blue, it's one of the darker blocks. So it kind of messes with my color gradient that I was aiming for, but I think it'll be okay now that I've swapped out the brick. That one. Because the brick like constantly stays the light color at least. So then I'm not losing all lightness to the build itself. Oh my gosh. Like a piece of paper touched me and I thought it was something else. I'm like, what is touching me? One of these. Two of these. One of those. And then this one. Which means you will go there. And I think it's another one of these. This is going to end up being like a fully... Oh, how did I do that? How did I end up with a different block there? I guess it doesn't matter because the shadows are going to go in on some of these anyways. I was thinking I was going to end up with just like full-on logs in the corners, but I don't have that here. And then once I put in those shadows, I'm not going to have that in the other places either. Which, actually, there should probably be one of these guys in every one of these. It looks like they're pretty even, like, there should be this. It doesn't look like they're, like, oh, that's actually not right. Shoot, what was there? That and that, because we need two of these, and then a gray. They're not like randomly all over. They're evenly spaced out, the spines. So we're not doing the bottom spines at all. There's this row of spines, and then there's going to be spines off the top. Hopefully, if I can figure out how to do it. I'm hoping I can manage it. I thought that freaking the back of the fox was hard as heck, and now I'm looking at these spines like, what the hell was I thinking? But hopefully I can make it work with stairs. So then this would be another one here. And those would be there. And then what is actually over here? Another one of these. And that one. That one. Two of those. One of these. I can't tell. Oh, it's got to be this because the shadow is this. Okay. But then we need the spine. Right there. And I think he's working out. So the top, this is gonna be that like eyebrow or eyelid or whatever. So that's what this row consists of, that eyelid. This seems to be the same color still. It actually looks like the rest of this all the way up, the face is gonna be the same block. It's the same color. So that's where we could come back in and like texture with the weathered copper if we feel like it's too solid. But for right now, I'm trying to just use the regular copper. And then it's this one. And then it's this quite a ways across. That one. And I think it's actually low. Reconnection successful. What the heck? I'm watching my stream. Did this stream just crash? Because that was freaking weird. It doesn't look like my stream crashed. It looks like it's fine. I should probably move so I can see if it's fine. That was really weird. Yeah. Nope, stream's only like a couple seconds behind me. That was weird. It just popped up a thing saying OBS Studio disconnected and then OBS reconnected. That was super weird. Okay. Those stay as is. This I'm gonna have to figure out because this is definitely different. It seems like it's the light one. Yeah, it seems like that's the lightest one because it actually matches with that second block on this block. 1, 2, 3 of those. One to match the one below it. Then the darkest one. Back to really light. Is it though? Is it? Another dark one. And then the darkest one. I think. I'm gonna say it's this. And then I kind of think it's more, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for this side. So 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. 1 of those. 2 of this one. That one. That one. This one and 2 of those. I should have actually been trying to use more of the copper, I think, because it definitely would give more of a green feel. That's okay. I think it's turning out okay. I should take a step back and look at it, but seems like it's doing okay. Two of those? Yes? 2 of those. One of these. Wool. Prismarine, and then 2 of those. Yes. I mean, I could even just leave, if the spines don't work out, I could leave the like, the just little orange dots like that, because that's how they would be when they're like not being hostile, when they're passive. But I think it would look really cool if we can get the spines in. So the goal is the spines. I'm quite pleased with it so far. How many more? There's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4? Looks like 4 pixels above the eyebrow left, and then that's like the full face. So then this matches, so that is that, and then that would make this that because it's darker. And then we take a step down in darkness, but then we go back. And this one, set up a redstone pressure plate system. Oh my gosh, that would be freaking awesome. That would be so freaking awesome. I am not good enough at redstone for that though. Wouldn't that be so neat if you could figure out a way to do that? Like a stair system that's like hidden right here, and then when you step on it they like come up. That would be so cool. You might even be able to do, I don't know if you could get the right like angle getting one to come out from inside. It would probably just be straight either this way or that way and not on a diagonal. But that would be so heckin' awesome. Yeah, that's like a mumbo jumbo thing right there. He'd be the one to be able to figure that out. That would be so cool though. 1, 2, 3. What am I on? Yeah, I think that's it. And then that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. So what did I end up with? You could set something as a one-time deploy. Yes. That would probably be easier, because pushing it back down in, especially if you did like out from the ground, pushing it back in would mean you'd have to have like visible slime blocks, which kind of defeats the purpose, right? To push it down. That would be awesome. Am I copying this one? No, actually the side of this looks quite a bit different, so maybe we won't copy that. This is right. This is the darkest one. And then the light one. And the dark one again. And the light one. That one. 2 of those. That. If you have a guarding... Wait, if you have it guarding a cave, you could push them... Yeah, that's a good idea. If it's like... You could even put it like in... If you have like an underwater cave. Although maybe that wouldn't work with like the redstone. You might accidentally like flood out your redstone. Pulling them back would be... Yeah, that's... But if somebody could like figure that out, that would be a freaking popular video. Let me tell you, that would be amazing. Where am I at? I think I need a dark. Yeah, because there's like a dark line right here. And then this one. And that. Now I've got to see if I can figure it out. How did I do that? Copy it again. To the lightest, to the darkest. I mean, if you're doing a build as crazy as that, I'm sure you can also find a way to waterproof it. Probably could. Let's do this. Light again. That one. 2 light ones. A dark one. And a really dark one. I like watching people who do organics. Those are insane. But part of organics, I feel like there's so much to organics that is just done with world edit that I'm like, I'm not really interested in learning world edit. It just seems like too much to me. Maybe someday, but like right now, I don't know. And that was kind of where I got this idea of like, well, I really like the statue builds and stuff. This is my first VTuber stream for real. Hi, welcome in. I've got some VTuber videos, but this is my first as a stream. And I don't know why I was so nervous about it, because it's not my first stream. I've been like flesh streamer. But I was super nervous to do it as a VTube model, which is really funny because it actually means I didn't have to do my hair or my makeup or even put on a bra. So, like, I'm not sure why I was nervous. Well, let's be real here. Um, that one, and then I did this one, and then that one. Nice. Okay. One, two, three, four? Maybe four of these? No. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't match up right with the row below it in the picture. What did I do? Oh, it should actually be this one? One, two, three. Three of those. No. What am I doing wrong? Where am I at? Am I in the wrong place? No, it should be this. Okay. I am thinking wrong. Because it doesn't, in the picture I'm looking at, like, this row should match these two pieces. Okay. Then it's that, because it matches below. It's kind of like guesstimating, like making sure at least the same color blocks happen. Thank you for the subscribe. I don't know what happened. Somehow I do not have like an alert that I can see. I'm like, oh, that was poorly planned. I don't know if I like shut something off, but I don't know who it was, but I appreciate you and you're amazing. um, yeah, I thought Stream Elements used to say it, but they don't anymore. So, I don't, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Apparently Stream Elements has decided not to say it anymore. That one, and then I think we're back to this. And then it looks like it all matches all the way across for the rest of this one. Which makes this and that piece, because it needs to be darker. And then the face, the sides are different than the face. Which I guess makes sense, because like the sides have a little more of the dark blues in them, like mixed throughout, where the face doesn't have that because it's mostly in the eyebrow, the eyelid thing. Where am I at? I'm on 1, 2. I need that, and I need that again. It also seems like these other sides use the same block all the way up the rest of the way too. So then this one, a dark one, the very light one, two of these, one of those, that, I already lost count, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. The way the blocks aren't symmetrical is killing you? What do you mean symmetrical? Which part isn't symmetrical? Or is it just the blocks themselves? One. There's the dark one. 1, 2, 1, 1. And then this is a light one. They're all not the same. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the blocks. Yeah. You mean like in the texturing? Light one. I've been having a fit with, I did not realize the prismarine changed colors. So I kept looking at it and like, why is it so blue? Why is it so blue? Oh, it looks green now. It's fine. And it wasn't until I sat here and stared at it for a while that I realized this block actually is changing colors. Yeah. So that's been an adventure. Frustrating one. um that's a dark, and then oh, this is the one where it's like a line on the body, and then these are those. And then this is the shadow color. Okay. Kind of getting somewhere. I kind of like lost my place on that row. That one. One of these. Two of those. One of those. I feel like my coffee just like was like, nope, we're done working for the day. Like so much brain fog all of a sudden. There we go. Maybe because I haven't drank enough of it. Okay, I need the dark one, the darkest one, light, two of the regular prismarine. I want to call it cobbled, but it's not. But it's definitely the cobbled texture, just different colors. One, should be this one, and then two of these. And two of those. Let's see it. I'm kind of liking him. I'm thinking he's working out okay. I still am worried about how to deal with the spine, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll get there. Where are we at on here? 1, 2, 3 above the eye. 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 more rows above his eye. It starts the same, which means that's the shadow. And there's 3 of these actually. 3, 2, that one, the darkest one of those, 2 of these, and then I think the rest is the copper. Nice. Copper. I like that all of the rows are mostly ending up in copper now too. I almost feel like going back in and adjusting the other rows so that it's just like fully copper all the way squared around. But I feel like it also might be a little too uniform. So maybe I won't. Okay, this row goes copper and then it goes really, really light. And then it's the 2 darkest. And then one of these and a really light. And then 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 of these and like 4? Nope, 3 of those. Okay. Which would be this. What did I decide on that? A light one and 2 wool. And then prismarine, brick, 3 prismarine, and 3 copper. Nope, you don't go there. And then the shadows, nope. Hello. Can I help you? You're gonna have to talk so the people can hear you. Meow. Luna. She's right up in the microphone. She's just not gonna talk though. What's the matter? That one. 2 wool. 1 of these. one of those, 3 of these, and 3 copper. Nice. It's nice when like the count works, because then you're like, oh, I didn't miss anything. Oh. Last row of this, and then we still have to do like the top. And I need to put in some torches so I don't end up with bats like I did with the fox. The bats were a problem. There were so many bats in my tiny little fox. And it's so annoying too. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I kind of had a couple of bats in that one, but because there's like lights built in and glass built in, I didn't end up with bats. And same with the frog. The frog has some glass in the build, but the fox does not have any kind of light source at all. So that was lots of bats. It was a problem. This one. Ooh, this one goes like all the way across to the darkest this patch. Okay. That, and then it's one of these. And that's it. It's... And then actually right here is where... This might be better as a, what is that called? Warped? One of these blocks. The warped stem. Oh, the hyphae. That might be better as a hyphae block because that's going to be visible. I would want it that way because I think that would make the grain of the wood go the right way. Yeah, it does. And then it's not like a cinnamon roll spiral up here because that's going to be a visible block. I probably need to use the hyphae quite a bit in the next couple of rounds because we're doing a lot of the shadowing that goes behind, like behind right here. That's gonna happen. So this is probably needs to be a hyphae. This is all shadow. And then the shadow for the hyphae would be the wool. Excuse me, sorry. And then actually the gray. This should be gray, and then this should be gray. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Because then this is where the next one goes. So that's that layer. So that needs to be hyphae. That needs to be that. There's like 3 of these and a hyphae. And actually 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 of these. Oops. Yeah, 4 of these because it looks like there's only... Oh, but that doesn't work. So I've mixed up a color somehow. What should I put there instead? Let's do 2 there. There's a color difference here. Let's do the prismarine because these 2 match up with the stuff below it. So I've mixed up a color, but this works. And then from behind, there's that one and that one. This dark one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not gonna work for me. Ooh. I don't know. We'll have to see how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it would be a gray. And then this, the darker version of that. That. another gray. That one, that one. Because then these two will go there. So there, what did I decide over here? 3 of them? 3? 1, 2, 3, and then a hyphae. I can't even see them. 2 of the lightest ones. And then 4 of those prismarine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of those hyphae, and then follow back behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, gray block. That's the darker gray block. Darker, darker, and that one. There. And the reason I'm like not just going straight up gray in those middles is because I want it to still look nice on the inside. So I might, depending on what I decide to do on the inside, I know, I mean, one's going to be a house and one is going to be, I don't know. I might not be able to do an actual sanctuary type thing. Maybe I could build like what a guardian farm would look like. I can't build a sanctuary though because I'm in a peaceful world and every time I spawn it in, it just disappears. So like I wouldn't be able to show that, but I could probably build like the mechanics of it in the center of one of these. Is like that's the one beehive. One of the beehives is meant to look like a farm and like what a farm could look like on the inside. How many of those? 3? Yeah, 3. But so then depending on what the inside of my building looks like, I could change up those like 2 blocks in between here and maybe make them orange if I want the orange to like come through, or just leave them the way they are. So that's why I'm not just doing like a full-on gray chunk, because I want it to like aesthetically look nice on the inside too. 1 hyphae, 2 brick. 2 brick. And then, oh, I was looking at this row instead of that row out there. 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4, and then 2 of those, and a hyphae, and our shadowing. Shadow, dark, that's 4. That one, that one. Another really deep shadow. That one, and hyphae. And then follow up with an orange. Nice. Let's see it. Yes, I think it's working. Okay. What time is it? We have like 10 minutes left, so I don't want to like, before I end, I'm not in like a time crunch, so I probably will try to, I don't know if I can get the whole head done in the next 10 minutes, but I do kind of want to get in here and dig out and put water down so you can kind of see like my vision of what I'm hoping for on this one. And then after that, I gotta get the frog ready, edited, and uploaded for the 30 days of Minecraft. I'm kind of excited for it, not gonna lie. Okay. Let's start from this like middle because I'm trying to think. It looks like there's like 2, I don't know. It looks like there's 2 blocks worth of pixels here, but there's not another row back there of color, so it can't be. I mean, it can be because the designers are not like held to the same parameters as us, but it can't be. Can't be for this. So let's do, I need some kind of lip here. And I can't see on the other side of this at all, on this side, but I can see this side here. So I think I'll construct this side based on what's in the picture for that. And we'll go back to, because I can't see that side either, but I can see this. So we'll go back to like constructing the same all the way around. Excuse me. So this is the darkest right here. There's two of those, and then there's like the high-fae kind of color, and then the shadowing. I don't have a color at all for there. We could do, doesn't actually need a color because that orange is technically a wall, but I don't want that orange. I don't think I want the orange to show through to the middle. So we'll just fill that in with that color there. And then I could probably even take out the gray and use either the warped plank, or I could do the darker prismarine to get the shadowing effect. That might be good, actually. I wonder how that would look. It gives a shadow without it being another color. Yeah, that's probably better, because this is kind of an abrupt change, especially since everything else is fairly textured. And it's not, it's like, it doesn't look as like it's shadow. It looked more like it's just a gray block, where that gives it a little more of a shadowed feel. Let's do that. This is why I construct everything before I film the tutorial, because I have like, oh, you know, that color palette doesn't quite make sense, or I have a new idea. So this is how I do it. Until I get it to where I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for. And then, I mean, and then I always say in the videos, I'm like, here are some other options. Like if this is something that's hard for you to get a hold of, here's another thing that you can use. That high-fae bothers me. It's going in the wrong direction. If I do that, is it going in the wrong direction here? No. Okay. Especially, hello? Especially with the, there's another one. With like the mushrooms. I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, well, that one's hard to get a hold of. So then I try to give options. So like my options for those probably would be white terracotta instead of using that mushroom. I do like that the mushroom gives the texture of, and you know, it's not solid, because you would think like a fox is not going to be quite so solid. It's going to be a little more fluid in texture because of the fur. So that's why I didn't use the white terracotta, but the white terracotta could work for the shadowing there. It's not like it's not that big of a deal if it's something that's hard for you to, a person, not necessarily you, any person, to get a hold of. Say 2 of those, and then that. That looks like that's what it is. Oh, it's actually a pattern then. Okay, so it's 2. Was it 2, 2? 2, 2. Yeah, it's the same pattern. So 2 of those, 2 of those, a dark prismarine, and then I chose this one, another dark prismarine. Should be 2 high-fae. 2 high-fae and 2 of the wool. Dark prismarine. Getting a little easier now. The top is going to be kind of hard because the only picture that I have, I guess I could look and see if there's like another picture that has like a clearer view of the top. But like the main picture that I have just doesn't, it's not like, there's not a clear view of the top. So you can kind of see some of the, I'm trying to zoom in on this picture. You can kind of see some of that. No, it's not even letting me zoom anymore. I was zoomed in quite a bit. Like I can kind of see what's going on and see there's like some black dark spots and stuff, but I really can't count pixels in the same way. So we might be winging the top a little bit. Hi Faye. The thumbnail was? I'm glad you thought that was funny. That was me being super lazy. That's like I don't know what to make for a thumbnail before I do my stream, so this is what we do. How are you? Welcome in. It's funny because my thumbnail needs to be updated because it's like my flesh streaming, whatever, picture and not my VTubing picture anymore, or now. So that needs to be updated. I'm like slowly migrating to VTubing. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be updated. But I'll probably keep the same idea of like, this is a thumbnail. And it does like kind of take the pressure off to like create a thumbnail for every single stream. You know, then you can go back and create the thumbnail after the fact. So like maybe when I go back and edit the live stream, my thumbnail would be like, this is what we worked on, right? But for right now, it's just kind of funny to just put like, this is a thumbnail. I 100% got that from Harris Heller. That was like not my idea, but I thought it was clever and stole it. Interesting. So this is where I feel like the devs kind of get to do what they want, because in this, the pixels look like half of this block is shadow and the other half is a completely different color. And it's the same issue I ran into with like the snout on the fox and then the brown top to the beehive, because it looks like I don't know, like something like this is down and then something like that is on top of it, because they match but they are two separate colors. It's never good to show your real face for VTubing. You can. I mean, there are definitely people who do. Especially if you're someone who starts out flesh streaming and then moves over. If you look at Starfire, she does. She's got like the whole gamut. She does flesh streaming, she does 2D, live 2D, and then she does PNG tubing, and then she even has a 3D model. And then like depending on what she's doing, she changes things out. But yeah, I'm moving towards just full on VTubing, so I gotta adjust all of it and move it all. I just like, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to get all that stuff like done. And so I haven't gotten it all done yet. That's the thing. So like they have it like this, except no gap. And we can't do that. So I would say dark, but maybe not that shadow. So what if we did like the high fae there? And then they do, there's like a light color and then there's another really dark color. I'm gonna base this row off of what you can visually see from the top down and not what you can see from the side, because the side is where you see that split, and that's just not, it's not possible for us. Yeah. Ugh, the grain on that one is going in the wrong way. No! I was not done with that. I was trying to see the grain, make sure that it was all going in the right direction. And then it's like 2 of these. And back to the copper coloring. And then we just need to repeat it. So 1, 2, 3, well, you can't even count those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one, actually I'm pretty sure that hyphae is going in the wrong direction. That bothers me. It does bother me. It's so dumb, but I really like for the grain on the wood to like be consistent. Like you can see there, that one doesn't match up. That will bug me. I'll probably have to fix those somehow. There's a little bit of a grain difference, which I probably can't fix since there's an upward grain and a sideways grain. I probably will just have to leave it. Where am I at? The wool, a hyphae, not in that direction, and then 2 of these, and 2 of those, and there's 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, a hyphae, that one. Does that change direction? Oh my gosh. Is this what... Oh my gosh. This is exactly what Akaros is talking about, and I didn't even notice it. How this shape is constantly going in that direction, so it gives a different shape. I didn't even notice it. It's just really funny because I should have, since I hate the wood grain thing. I guess it's not too bad because it's only on the tops that you're gonna see that. It's gonna have the same shape from the sides. That's funny though. It's funny the things that we find irritating in Minecraft. Like, come on, why'd you have to build that in that way? 2 of these. What time is it? Oh, we are running out of time. I need, because I really want to show the water thing, like if I could speak, that would be great. I really want to show it filled with water around it, like it's like kind of hunting. So that. Nope. And that one. So that's our top. That's actually the highest this is gonna go, and we'll fill in this like lid, this center section. So my thought though is water. We don't need that. My thought is like it's probably gonna take forever to do this. Maybe I should do it like right here at his actual face. So that's like my idea here, is to have him like kind of swimming and hunting in that way. That all looks like it's filling in. Nice, it's filling in. Nope, we stopped filling. One like good way to tell if it's flowing or not is the sound. If you've got like a good, see, you can't hear it anymore. If you have a good infinite water source, you won't hear the sound of the flowing water. There we go. So like that. And I will eventually fill up the rest of the area around him. And probably even do something like under him. Maybe even do one more layer that's in the water. So it's not just like dirt there. Make it look a little more realistic. And then I've got to figure out the spikes. I've got to do the top of his head and then the tail. And then I have to do it all again in a new square over here. But I think it's turned out pretty good. I think we got pretty far. I at least found it useful to use my time this way instead of doing it all off stream and on my own. Plus, it's kind of fun to hang out with people while we do it. So, this is the one that's gonna go... Can we go faster? Need like a faster zoom for creative. This is the one that's gonna go live today. The tutorial for this frog is gonna go live today. And then you'll get to see what's inside too. I've got this one is a house, and then that one is like a frog sanctuary. I tried to give 2 different ways to use each build and not just like, here, have fun. You know, here's a build, here's a tutorial with nothing inside, just to give like inspiration of like what you could do inside of it. And then tomorrow the beehive will go live. And we're kicking off that 30 days of Minecraft. But that's gonna be it. I don't actually have like chatting screens set up yet. So that's something I need to work on. I don't have the chatting screens. That's something that I need to put in. And then I'm actually working on a live 2D rig too, but that'll probably take a while before it comes out. So until then, we're gonna use the PNG and we're gonna do it this way, and it works fine. I think that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all, and check Twitter or Discord to see when the actual 30 days of Minecraft goes live. What are we doing? Hi, Mario. I just finished up. I can show you though really quick. This is going live later today as a tutorial, and so we were working on basically my 30 days of Minecraft. This is the one that we were working on. It isn't quite finished, but what I do is I build it first. I like construct it and I hem and haw and I make all of my pixels match the way I want. And so that takes a long time. And then I build like the actual tutorial in a box next to it, so that the tutorial itself is not just me like fixing and tweaking the whole way through. So we were working on the Guardian today. But, well, I am gonna head out though. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will chat with you Wednesday at 8:30 EST, but Wednesday we're going to be doing some Spyro, not Minecraft on Wednesday. Okay. Bye, guys.